God says, "Good news is coming to you because I, the Lord your God, have seen your pain and heard your silent cries in the night when no one was watching. You have battled long seasons of stress, fear, and emptiness caused by the burden of money problems that you never asked for but somehow got wrapped into. Today, I want to speak to your heart with love and mercy. I want you to know you are not forgotten, and you have not been abandoned. Before this day ends, something is shifting in your favor. Your breakthrough is already in motion. Comment, "Jesus is my everything," if you believe. There is a beautiful stillness in the way I move, quietly but powerfully, turning despair into blessings when least expected. I have watched you give when you had little, share when you were barely holding on, and smile through your tears to encourage others while your soul longed for peace. I have not missed a single moment. Every sacrifice, every sleepless night, every broken dream you thought would never heal, I am restoring it all, one thread at a time. You may not feel it yet, but this is the hour I start untying the knots that have kept your blessings locked away. You were never created to suffer under the weight of fear about how you'll survive the next week, or how you'll pay those overdue bills. The world around you may have made you feel small, unworthy, and exhausted from chasing answers that never seem to come. But I am not of this world, and neither is the love I have for you. I am above the limits of time and space, and your name is etched into my palm. I have called you by name, and no storm can remove you from the shelter of my arms. Even when you felt like you were drowning in responsibilities and watching everything fall apart, I was there, carrying you quietly when your strength gave out. I never left your side. Your faith, even when it felt tiny and unsure, was enough to move my heart. Because it is not how much you believe, but that you still believe despite all that's tried to tear you away from me. I will not let your efforts be in vain. What you lost is not lost forever, it is waiting in my hand, ready to return, multiplied and blessed beyond what you can understand. Sometimes I delay to prepare you. Sometimes I allow the pressure so that you'll look up instead of looking around. You thought I was punishing you, but I was building you, shaping your heart to hold something greater than what you were asking for. I saw what was coming, and I made sure you would be strong enough to receive it without breaking. You are entering a time of restoration, not only of finances but of dreams, confidence, laughter, and lightness of heart. Comment 555 if you believe that God is your strength. I do not just provide enough. I overflow. I am not a God of scraps or leftovers. When I give fully, completely, and with love that reaches deep into every area of your life. Your financial worries are being overturned by divine favor that cannot be stopped. Doors you didn't knock on are about to open. Help you didn't ask for is already on the way. Opportunities that once ignored you will now chase you down. The chains that held your resources back are breaking, and every seed you sowed in tears is coming back to you with joy. This isn't a promise born from empty hope, it is written into the very nature of who I am. I am your provider, your sustainer, your shepherd. I guide you beside quiet waters, even if the world outside looks like a storm. You don't have to understand how it will happen. Just believe that it will. Let your heart settle into my peace and trust me like a child trusts the hands that hold them. Let go of the panic that rushes in late at night. Lay down the fear that keeps your chest tight in the mornings. I am already working on the outcome. I will not allow your needs to swallow your spirit. You were created for more than survival. You were created to walk in purpose, to rise in courage, and to see my glory unfold in your life through impossible victories. I've seen every time you pretended to be okay when you weren't. Every time you prayed in silence so no one would hear your voice break. I saw it all, and I stayed close. Now, I will reward your faithfulness. Not in the way of the world, but in the way of heaven, where blessings come with peace, not pressure. Hold this truth deep inside your heart: I am not late, and I am not ignoring you. I am preparing the best at the perfect time. You will soon see why it had to take this long. You will look back and understand the doors that closed, the people who left, and the moments you cried alone. Every step led you here, to the edge of a blessing that will change your life. Your story is not over. This chapter is not the end. A new beginning is being written, and it carries the fingerprints of heaven. When the world says it's over, I say it's just beginning. When your bank account says empty, I say overflow. When fear says give up, I say stand still and watch what I will do. You are mine, and I will never walk away from you. Let this be the moment you breathe again, not because you figured it out, but because you finally surrendered it all to me. Rest your tired heart in my hands and know I will not fail you. I'm not just going to fix the situation. I am going to lift you out of it. You won't just get through this, you will rise from this with a testimony of how my love made a way when nothing else could. Stay close to me. Keep your heart open. Keep showing up with hope, even when it's hard. This is not the end. This is the turning point. A rare 7-second morning ritual that was hidden in CIA files is now reappearing, and people are already reporting rapid financial breakthroughs. It takes almost no time, yet it activates a dormant wealth switch in the brain that most never unlock. Click the link in the description and comments now. Access it before it disappears. I've walked beside you in silence, holding you up when your strength faded, and carrying you through battles you didn't know how to face. What you are feeling now is not the end, it is the space between the struggle and the miracle I'm about to unfold. Comment, I trust you, God, if you trust God. There is a gentle, sacred promise over your life that no one can cancel, delay, or erase. Though it has felt like you've been stuck, as if the walls are closing in, I am clearing the path ahead of you. Every stumbling block is becoming a stepping stone, and every loss is being transformed into something far more valuable. You have asked me many times to help, and I want you to know, I never stopped helping. Just because the help didn't look like what you expected doesn't mean I wasn't working behind the scenes. My ways are higher, and my timing is always wrapped in perfect love. I am not limited by economy, status, or what others have said about you. I am not counting your mistakes or failures. I am looking at your heart, the part of you that still dares to believe even when your hands are empty. I see how you choose faith over fear, even if you feel afraid. I see how you keep showing up for life, even when you're tired of the waiting. These moments matter deeply to me. I treasure them. And they are drawing miracles into your life in ways you cannot yet imagine. Your financial stress has tried to choke your joy and steal your rest, but I am declaring this over your life today: those chains are being broken. The heaviness that sat on your chest is lifting. The anxious thoughts that come and go like waves are fading. I am breathing peace into your situation right now. Not just any peace, but the kind that goes beyond understanding. The kind that steadies your heart even when the world gives you every reason to panic. That peace is me. That calm in your soul is my whisper telling you, "I've got this, my child." Comment, "Jesus is my Lord," if you believe. There is nothing in your life that I cannot touch, heal, and restore. There is no debt too large, no problem too tangled, and no lack too deep for my hand to reach. I can do more in one moment than all your efforts have done in years. I know you've tried everything. I know how exhausting it's been to keep going, pretending you're okay when you're barely holding it together. That's why I'm stepping in, not to shame you, but to lift you, to show you that I have always had a plan for your deliverance. What I'm about to do in your life will not just fix one area, it will overflow into everything. You will feel it in your spirit, in your home, in your relationships, and in your finances. I am lining up people, opportunities, and unexpected blessings to find you. You won't have to chase what I've already commanded to come to you. The world might call it luck, but you will know it was my hand. You will look back on this season and say, "It could have only been God." Don't be discouraged by the delays or detours. They weren't there to stop you, they were there to protect you. Some doors stayed shut because what was behind them would have drained your soul and left you worse than before. I have never withheld good from you, only trouble disguised as good. Everything I do comes from love. Sometimes my love is gentle, and sometimes it's strong enough to stop you from walking into disaster. You may not have understood it at the time, but one day you will thank me for every no, every pause, and every reroute that brought you here. There is a reason you've been feeling a stirring inside. That tug on your heart, that quiet knowing that something is about to change, that's me. I'm preparing your spirit for what's coming. I'm teaching you how to walk with faith, not just when the path is easy, but when the road is unclear. Because I'm not just blessing you, I'm strengthening you, preparing you to carry this gift with humility and gratitude. What I give you will not break you. It will build you. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to solve every problem by yourself. I'm inviting you to rest, not the kind of rest that comes from sleeping, but the rest that comes from surrender. Lay down the weight. Stop replaying the past. Stop measuring your future by what you've lost. Your story is not over. Your best days are not behind you. They are ahead, waiting, and they are more beautiful than you've dared to hope. I see the pressure you've been under. I see how tired your heart is. And I want to remind you, I am not done with you. I am not done providing, not done guiding, not done loving you. You are still in the palm of my hand. Every detail of your life matters to me. Every tear has been counted. Every worry has been heard. And now, my child, it's time to watch as I turn the broken pieces into something beautiful. There is nothing random about what you're going through. I'm using every piece, every delay, and every quiet moment to shape you into someone who knows how to trust me in both abundance and need. When you come out of this, you won't just be free, you'll be full of purpose. You'll walk with peace, not just because the money came, but because you'll know who your source is. You'll know who held you when everything else fell apart. And that knowing will never leave you. What if wealth was always controlled by a hidden brain signal, buried in CIA files and never explained to the public? This frequency is now opening new paths, drawing opportunities, and changing lives faster than expected. Thousands are already using it to attract wealth like never before. Click the link in the description and comments now and activate the money-attracting brain wave today. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are chosen, loved, and deeply held. I am your Father. I will never leave you, never stop loving you, and never let you fall beyond the reach of my grace. This is not the end. This is the beginning of something holy, something powerful, something made just for you. Keep believing. Keep trusting. I am working, and you will see the proof. You've been waiting for a sign, hoping for just one moment of clarity to know that I haven't forgotten you. Let this be that moment. I am here, and I am not going anywhere. Comment, God is always with me, if you believe. You've been through more than most people know, silently carrying the shame of financial struggles you never asked for. The world has judged you harshly at times, assuming that lack is a result of laziness or failure, but I see the truth. I see how hard you've worked. I know about the nights you went without sleep because your mind was running through the bills, the missed payments, the things you had to say no to because there just wasn't enough. I see how you kept giving anyway, your time, your heart, your love, even when no one gave back. That's the heart I treasure. You were never meant to walk this road alone. You were never meant to live in constant worry, questioning where the next provision would come from. I take care of the lilies and the birds, but you are worth far more than them. I don't just see your needs, I feel them. Every sigh, every anxious glance at your account, every time you held your breath before opening another overdue notice, I was there. Not judging, not angry, but grieving with you, because your pain is personal to me. Comment, thank you God for everything, if your heart agrees. You have waited, and it has felt like I was silent. But my silence was never absence. I've been working in the places you couldn't see. I've been arranging meetings, aligning hearts, stirring opportunities, and preparing surprises you couldn't plan even if you tried. What I'm about to do for you won't be something you earn, it will be something you receive. This is not about what you did right or wrong. This is about grace, favor, and love that goes deeper than your understanding. The pressure you felt lately is not meant to break you, it's been shaping you. You're being formed in the waiting, refined through the struggle, and made ready for the new chapter I'm writing just for you. Every tear has watered the ground beneath you, and the harvest is coming. Not just any harvest, but one that will overflow into areas of your life you thought were too dry, too far gone, or too broken to be revived. You may not see it yet, but soon you will. The help is coming. The resources are being released. The hearts are being moved. The blessings are being sent. It is all in motion, flowing toward you like a river that cannot be stopped. It will not come through force or fear, but through my hand, gently and completely. You won't have to manipulate or strive for what I'm giving. All you have to do is stay open and believe that I am for you, not against you. There are no mistakes in my plan for you. Even the detours have purpose. Even the closed doors had protection written all over them. You may have lost time, lost money, even lost people you thought would always be there, but you never lost me. And because I'm still with you, nothing is truly lost. I restore. I rebuild. I resurrect. Nothing is beyond my reach, and nothing is too late for me to bring back to life. You've survived things that tried to destroy you. That wasn't by accident. That was me, covering you even when you didn't realize it. I've seen the attacks against your mind, the heaviness on your spirit, the way hopelessness tried to take root in your thoughts. But it didn't win. You're still standing, and because of that, the enemy already lost. You've made it this far for a reason, and I'm not finished yet. The story is shifting, the ending is changing, and the final chapter will be filled with joy. Don't give up now. I know you're tired, but I'm about to breathe new energy into your soul. You're not forgotten, not abandoned, not overlooked. You are loved, deeply and endlessly. You don't have to prove your worth to me. I created you with worth. Your value was set before you ever spoke your first word. You are my child, and I will take care of you. Not just spiritually, but practically. You won't just survive, you will live, thrive, and see the goodness I've promised you. Some of the blessings will come through people you haven't even met yet. Others will come in the quiet moments, the unexpected yes, the sudden clarity that comes after long confusion. You won't have to chase them down. They will come to you because I've already released them. The heaviness that has rested on your shoulders for so long is being lifted, and a new lightness is taking its place. You will smile again, not just because your problems are gone, but because your soul has found rest in me. You'll breathe easier, sleep deeper, and wake up with hope that feels real, not imagined. You won't live with that pit in your stomach anymore, because my peace will cover you like a blanket that never lifts. It's not just about fixing your finances. It's about healing your heart, restoring your faith, and showing you that I'm not just a God of promises, I'm a God of follow-through. I know what you need before you ask. I know the exact amount, the exact date, and the exact way it will be provided. I don't operate in uncertainty. I am the God of assurance. I will not abandon the work I started in your life, and I will not leave you hanging in the middle of the mess. I finish what I begin, and I always finish in beauty, not in ruin. Deep inside your brain lies a small region tied to wealth and success, once buried in restricted studies and hidden in CIA files. This newly uncovered frequency is helping people replace financial pressure with ease, and God has led you to see this message now. Click the link in the description and comments to activate this hidden brain wave now. So take a deep breath. Let the panic leave your chest. Let the dread melt from your thoughts. You are safe here. You are seen. You are chosen. Everything is about to change, not because of a lucky break or a sudden coincidence, but because of divine intention. I am not just healing your situation. I am healing you. Your hands will not stay empty. Your nights will not stay sleepless. Your tears will not fall forever. Joy is coming, and it's coming soon. You will look back on this very season and say, "That was when God turned it all around for me." I am moving behind the curtain, where your eyes cannot see, where your mind cannot follow, and I am building a breakthrough that will unfold right before you when the time is right. Comment 222, if you are prepared. I have seen you looking at your life, wondering why everything feels like a cycle that never ends. Bills stack up again before the last ones are even paid. Needs arise quicker than answers. You've tried to manage, to be strong, to stay optimistic, but I know how deeply weary you've become. It's more than just money, it's the constant pressure, the fear of the unknown, the heaviness in your chest when you don't know how things will work out. You've felt like you've reached the end of yourself, but that is where I begin. My strength is made perfect in your weakness, and my love is not dependent on how much you can carry, but on how much you can trust me to carry you. You were never meant to handle this alone. You've tried to fix everything on your own, but I didn't design you to walk through life without me. I want to be your refuge, your provider, your closest companion. I'm not standing far off, waiting for you to figure it out. I'm here, now, inviting you to place it all in my hands. Every worry, every unpaid debt, every fear about tomorrow. Let me hold what's been breaking you. Let me carry what you were never meant to carry on your own. There is a reason why, even in the middle of your troubles, there's still a small voice inside you that keeps telling you to hope. That voice is me. That whisper that says, "Don't give up just yet," that is my spirit alive within you, reminding you that this is not the end. I haven't brought you this far to leave you now. You're still standing, still breathing, still pressing forward, and that alone is proof that I have a purpose for your life far greater than anything you've lost. You're going to see the goodness of God in your life, not just in theory, not just in stories others tell, but in your own life, your own home, your own bank account, your own heart. This will be personal. You've waited, and you've believed, even when your faith trembled and your hope was barely holding on. You kept trusting me through the silence, and now you will see what trust produces. Your faith has not been wasted. Your tears have not gone unnoticed. They have watered the seeds of miracles that are now beginning to sprout. Comment, "Thank you, Father, for giving me this amazing life," if you're ready to receive. I am not only bringing you provision, I'm bringing you peace. Because what good is financial breakthrough if your heart is still anxious? What good is an open door if your soul still carries fear and doubt? That's why I'm healing more than your circumstances. I'm healing your spirit. I'm reminding you that you are never alone. I'm renewing your confidence in my goodness and reviving the parts of you that once believed in beauty, wonder, and joy. This next season will be one of overflow, not just in resources, but in rest. You will rest in the assurance that I am who I say I am. That I am Jehovah Jireh, your provider. That I do not lie, and I do not change. What I promise, I complete. What I bless, no one can curse. What I begin, I bring to full bloom. Your situation isn't too complicated for me. Your needs don't overwhelm me. I am not looking at your bank statements, I am looking at your heart. And I see a heart that still believes. That is all I need to perform a miracle. Don't be afraid when things shift suddenly. Sometimes, I remove things quickly to make room for what's coming. Don't panic when familiar doors close or when people walk away. Not every ending is a loss, some are divine protection. I know what you don't. I see what's ahead. And I would never remove something without replacing it with something far better. Trust me, even in the loss. Especially in the loss. Because what I bring next will remind you that I've had you covered the whole time. There is more for you. More than barely getting by. More than living paycheck to paycheck. More than constantly worrying and waiting. I have abundance stored for you, not just in money, but in joy, in relationships, in wisdom, in purpose. You will walk into rooms you once only dreamed about. You will have peace in areas that once only brought anxiety. You will give freely without fear of lack. Not because you figured it out, but because you finally let me in fully. I am preparing a feast for you right in front of the very worries that tried to crush you. I am making it clear to everything and everyone around you that my hand is upon your life. The turnaround will be visible. The change will be undeniable. What once made you cry will now bring you to tears of gratitude for how far I've brought you. You won't even remember the wait the same way. It will feel like a distant memory, not because you ignored it, but because my presence changed it. A 7-second brain-wave ritual, once reserved for select individuals and hidden in CIA files, has now gone public, and people call it the 30-second miracle. Scientists say it activates a dormant brain center connected to wealth and blessings. Click the link in the comments below before it's deleted again from the internet. You are chosen for more. You are loved through every struggle. You are destined for light, not darkness. I will never let the weight of this world separate you from my love. I will never allow a temporary situation to have the final say in your life. I am speaking now, not just with words, but with actions. Watch how the pieces begin to fall into place. Watch how your steps are guided without effort. Watch how strangers become helpers, and burdens become blessings. You don't need to hustle for what's already yours. You don't need to beg for what I've already said you can have. Just stay close to me. Stay open. Stay ready. I'm not asking you to be perfect, I'm asking you to be willing. Willing to trust. Willing to believe. Willing to let go of what's been holding you back. You don't need to hold everything together anymore. That's my job. Yours is to rest in the truth that I am God, and I will never fail you. Your breakthrough is not a dream. It is already on the way. Comment 2323 if you believe that God is with you. You've lived through moments where hope felt like a stranger. You looked at your empty hands and wondered how much longer you could hold on. You pushed through days when the weight of worry felt too heavy for one soul to carry. I watched you carry responsibilities that were never meant to rest on your shoulders alone. Still, you stood, even when your heart was breaking. Still, you prayed, even when the answers felt far away. Still, you hoped, even when life gave you no reason to. That is the kind of faith that moves mountains. You may not realize it, but you've already overcome more than most. You didn't give up. You didn't turn away. Even when you were hurting, you kept your eyes on me, hoping I would do something, anything, to let you know I was near. And today, I am reminding you, not with just words, but with my presence, that I have been near the whole time. You were never forgotten. You were never forsaken. You were never overlooked. I know you've been asking when things will change. When the money will come. When the fear will leave. When the help will arrive. My child, the answer is not just coming, it's already unfolding. Quietly. Softly. Powerfully. I'm removing the obstacles that you couldn't move. I'm opening doors that no man could unlock. I'm sending help from unexpected places, at the exact moment you need it. You won't need to explain yourself or beg for what I've already prepared for you. What's yours cannot be taken. What I've planned cannot be stopped. Comment yes if you trust angels. You are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly where I need you to be for the miracle to make sense. Sometimes I allow the struggle so you can truly appreciate the victory. I allow the silence so you can hear me more clearly when I speak. I allow the wait so that when the blessing comes, your heart will be ready to receive it fully, without fear or doubt. Your preparation is not punishment. It is love. It is my hand shaping your spirit to hold the abundance without breaking under its weight. The blessing I am bringing into your life is not a temporary fix. It's not a surface-level gift. It is deep, lasting, healing, and whole. I do not patch wounds, I heal them from the root. I do not just throw you into opportunity, I equip you to flourish in it. What's coming will not just bless your wallet. It will restore your mind, strengthen your heart, and lift your spirit. You will feel peace like never before. You will sleep without the weight of fear pressing on your chest. You will smile, not just for others, but for yourself. There will be moments very soon when you will stop and say, I don't know how this happened, but I know it was God. That's what I'm doing. Something so holy, so undeniable, that it will silence every fear and remind you who I am. I'm not just the God of ancient miracles, I'm the God of now. The same God who parted seas and fed multitudes is the same God who is about to pour provision into your life that makes no sense to the world, but perfect sense to heaven. There is favor chasing you, even on days you feel unworthy. There is mercy covering you, even when you feel lost. There is grace lifting you, even when you stumble. I am not measuring your worth by your performance. I am not expecting perfection. I am simply asking you to keep walking with me, step by step, even if you're tired. Even if you're unsure. Just keep walking. Keep praying. Keep trusting. Because every single day that you do, you're drawing closer to the moment when everything changes. I am about to turn what the enemy meant for harm into a story of redemption that will bring others to faith. People will look at your life and ask, how did you get through all of that? And you will say, it was God. Only God. Your story is not one of defeat, it's one of deliverance. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a testimony in the making. You won't have to keep pretending to be okay. I'm going to make you okay. I'm going to make your heart light again. I'm going to bring laughter back into your life that you didn't think you'd ever feel again. You won't always be this tired. You won't always be this worried. You won't always be this burdened. The night is ending. Morning is coming. And with it comes clarity, healing, and provision that only I can bring. There will be unexpected deposits of peace, of blessings, of kindness, of financial relief. You will find that things begin to align effortlessly. People will come forward with help, encouragement, and offers that seem too good to be true, but they won't be. They will be part of my plan. I'm sending people who carry answers. I'm softening hearts that were once cold toward you. I'm rebuilding relationships and restoring what you thought was beyond repair. This will be a season of divine realignment. Things will fall into place, not by your effort, but by my grace. A little-known 7-second morning ritual that was hidden in CIA files is resurfacing, and people are already experiencing rapid financial breakthroughs. It takes only moments to perform, yet it activates a dormant wealth center in the brain most people never tap into. Click the link in the description and comments now. Access it before it disappears. So do not fear when the world shakes. Do not tremble when uncertainty knocks on your door. You are not planted in fear, you are planted in faith. And faith in me is never wasted. It never goes unseen. Every step you take in trust is a seed planted in heaven, and the harvest is coming. You are about to walk into the field of answered prayers, and when you do, it will be more than you imagined. Because I am a God who gives in full. I don't hold back from my children. Let go of the timeline in your mind. Let go of the pressure to have it all together. Let go of the lie that says it's too late. It's not too late. You are not too far gone. You haven't missed your chance. I can do more in a moment than years of striving ever could. Rest, now, in the truth that I am handling what you cannot. And I want you to know with absolute certainty, I am not blind to your struggle, and I am not deaf to your prayers. I have chosen this very moment, this very season, to remind you that my help is never late, and my promises never fail. Comment 1010 if you believe in God's strength. I know the weight that sits in your chest every time another bill arrives. I see the way your eyes scan your account, hoping to stretch what little is left just a bit further. You've learned how to survive, how to make do, how to smile through it, but survival is not the life I created you for. I made you to thrive, to walk in peace, to live without the constant fear of lack. The anxiety that grips your soul every time you think about money is not from me. I am the Prince of Peace. And I am here now, breathing peace into your very situation. You've spent so much time blaming yourself. Wondering if you missed a step, if you made the wrong choice, if you failed somewhere along the way. But I'm not here to accuse you. I'm here to redeem everything that felt wasted. Even your mistakes are not beyond my reach. I can take what you see as broken and use it as the foundation for your breakthrough. I don't need everything to be perfect to bless you. I just need your heart to remain open to me. There is no shame in struggling. There is no shame in asking for help. And I want you to know that divine help is on the way. Not out of pity, but out of love. You are my child, and just as any loving parent delights in providing for their children, I delight in blessing you. Not only with what you need, but with more than enough. Enough to breathe again. Enough to give freely. Enough to walk through life without fear clouding your vision. Comment, I trust you, God, if you trust God. You don't have to earn my love, and you don't have to beg for my favor. It is already yours. When you feel invisible to the world, you are seen by heaven. When you feel forgotten by people, you are remembered by me. You are never out of reach. You are never beyond my mercy. Even in your lowest moment, I am there, whispering hope into your heart, reminding you that your story is not over, that better days are written with your name on them. Right now, I'm working in places you don't see. I'm aligning resources, speaking to hearts, unlocking doors, preparing solutions. I'm not scrambling to fix your life, I've already gone ahead of you. I know what you need before you even ask. I know the exact moment the answer will arrive. All I ask is that you don't let go of your faith. Even if it feels small, even if you don't understand everything, just hold on. Keep trusting me. I am closer than you think. The turning point isn't coming, it's here. The very moment you thought would never arrive is unfolding now. Slowly, surely, quietly, but powerfully. You'll feel it in the peace that begins to settle. You'll notice it when things that were once complicated begin to resolve. You'll see it in the provision that starts to appear in unexpected ways. These aren't coincidences. These are confirmations that my hand is on your life. Don't compare your journey to others. Don't think you've missed your moment because someone else reached theirs first. Your path is not delayed, it's designed differently. What's meant for you will not pass you by. What I have prepared for you is set apart. You don't have to compete for it, and you don't have to chase it. You only need to trust that it's on the way. You are going to laugh again. Not the forced kind, not the kind you put on for others, but the kind that comes from deep within your soul. The kind of laughter that says, I made it through. The kind that carries healing. It's been a long road, and I know you've been tired, but joy is returning. Hope is rising. The clouds are parting. And your season is shifting, not by your strength, but by mine. Let me remind you of who you are. You are not weak, not forgotten, not broken beyond repair. You are loved, chosen, protected, and provided for. I am your shepherd, and I lead you beside still waters. I will guide you out of the valley and into the meadow. I will not let fear have the final word. I will not let debt define your worth. I will not let worry steal one more day of your peace. This next chapter of your life is not one of barely surviving, it is one of rising. You will rise in faith, rise in strength, rise in peace, and rise in purpose. The financial chains that once kept you bound are breaking. The fear that kept you frozen is melting. The anxiety that haunted your mind is leaving. Because I am here, and where I am, there is freedom. What if wealth was never based on luck, but on a hidden brain signal that stayed buried in CIA files? This powerful frequency is now opening doors, attracting new opportunities, and transforming lives quickly. Thousands are already using it to attract wealth in ways they never imagined. Click the link in the description and comments now and activate the money-attracting brainwave today. There will be moments in the coming days when you feel something shift in your spirit. That is me, gently reminding you that it's okay to believe again. That it's safe to hope again. That it's time to receive. You have sowed in faith, cried in secret, prayed in silence, and now it's time to reap in joy. The very things you once dreamed about are now becoming part of your reality. You'll walk into rooms and feel peace instead of panic. You'll look at your bank account and see sufficiency, not struggle. You'll find yourself smiling for no reason, because the heaviness you've carried for so long is finally lifting. This is not fantasy. This is what I've promised, and I do not lie. My word is truth, and my love is unshakable. So take this as your confirmation. I have seen you. I have chosen you. I have declared blessing over your life, and I will not take it back. Keep walking with me. Keep believing in me. I am not done showing you what my goodness looks like. I was holding your hand when it trembled, lifting your spirit when it sagged under the weight of worry. And now, my child, I am preparing to bring you into a new beginning so full of light that it will erase the shadows that tried to consume you. Comment yes if you're ready. You were not forgotten in the chaos. You were not missed in the noise. I saw the moments when your bank account ran low, but your faith ran high. I watched you choose trust over panic. I saw you close your eyes, whispering my name, even when you didn't know what to ask for anymore. That kind of faith, the kind that stays even when everything is falling apart, is precious to me. And I want you to know, that faith is unlocking doors that no man can shut. It may not have been instant, and I know the waiting has been hard. You've questioned your own strength, wondered if you misunderstood my voice, even felt guilt over the thoughts that sometimes filled your heart. But I was never disappointed in you. I never turned away in those moments. I stayed, holding you together with my grace when your strength gave out. I didn't need you to be perfect. I just needed you to stay open to me, and you did. There's something sacred about the way you kept going. You didn't give up, though everything around you told you to. That matters. That moved me. And now, I am moving for you. Quietly, swiftly, gently, but with the full force of heaven behind every step. You are stepping into answered prayers, into blessings so personalized, so specific, that you will know without a doubt, this had to be God. Not luck. Not coincidence. But me, your provider, your defender, your constant hope. Comment, Jesus is my Savior, if you believe. I'm not just bringing financial relief. I'm healing the very mindset that has been shaped by years of stress, scarcity, and survival. I'm changing how you see yourself, how you see your future, and how you see me. You've been conditioned to expect struggle. You've learned to live with less, not because you wanted to, but because it felt like the only way. But I am teaching your heart how to receive. How to rest. How to live not just free from worry, but filled with joy. It's not about what's in your hands right now, it's about what I've placed in your future. There are blessings waiting that your hands haven't touched yet, but your heart has already sensed. That sense of something greater coming? That's me. That quiet hope that keeps flickering, even on hard days? That's my spirit reminding you, don't let go. It's closer than you think. Because it is. Every time you were overlooked, I was looking right at you. Every time you were turned away, I was turning things toward you. Every delay wasn't denial, it was divine preparation. I had to protect the timing, because I don't want to give you something half-built. I want to give you blessings that are whole, stable, and lasting. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Soon, the things that once made you cry will be the very reason you worship. Not because it was easy, but because you'll see how I used it all, every setback, every disappointment, every lonely night, as part of the miracle. What tried to break you will become the very foundation of your testimony. The story you thought was ending will become the beginning of something beautiful. And when the breakthrough comes, it won't be small. It will be overflowing. You will be surprised at how quickly things turn around, but it won't be random. It will be the result of seeds sown in the dark. Faith held in quiet. Tears that watered the ground of your future. This is not the end. This is the turning of the tide. The beginning of a chapter where the blessings flow freely, where peace settles deep, and where you finally feel the warmth of God's promise fulfilled. Your identity is not wrapped in how much you have, what you've lost, or where you've been. It's wrapped in who I say you are. And I call you chosen. I call you worthy. I call you mine. That alone is enough reason to trust that I will provide for you. That I will make a way. That I will come through, just as I always have, even if it looked different than what you imagined. You'll look back on this season not with bitterness, but with gratefulness. Because you'll understand it made you stronger. It deepened your faith. It revealed who was truly for you and who wasn't. It showed you that when all else failed, I did not. I carried you, not just through the storm, but into the calm. I will continue to carry you now, through the breakthrough, into the blessing, and beyond. So don't lose heart. Don't let the temporary noise of fear drown out the permanent truth of my love. What you need is already on the way. Provision is coming. Clarity is coming. Joy is coming. And it won't come from pressure, but from peace. You don't have to push the door open, I am unlocking it. You don't have to chase the blessing, it is coming to find you, because it was always yours. Inside your brain exists a small region connected to wealth and success, once buried in restricted research and hidden in CIA files. This newly revealed frequency is helping people replace financial stress with ease and stability, and God has guided you to see this at the right time. Click the link in the description and comments to activate this hidden brain wave now. Let your heart breathe. Let your soul rest. You've been fighting for so long, but now I'm fighting for you. I am your refuge. Your anchor. Your shield. I will not allow you to fall. I will not let this season end without showing you why you had to walk through it. And when you see it, when it all comes together, you will worship, not because life is perfect, but because you'll know I was perfect in all my ways toward you. You have cried in silence, held your breath while pretending to be strong, and walked through days that felt too heavy for one soul to carry, but still, here you are. Still breathing. Still believing. Still waiting. That faith, though it trembled, is the very reason your breakthrough is already on the way. Comment, "I love Jesus," if you love Jesus. You've questioned your strength because the load has felt too great. But I want you to know, I have not been waiting on your strength, I have been waiting on your surrender. There is power in letting go of the need to control, to fix, to understand everything. There is beauty in handing your brokenness over to me and allowing me to build something new. I am not asking you to have the answers. I am only asking you to rest in mine. I see how you look at your life sometimes and feel like you're behind. Like others have figured it out while you're still just trying to stay afloat. But let me remind you, my timing is not your timing. My ways are not your ways. What looks delayed in your eyes is right on schedule in mine. I haven't forgotten you. I haven't skipped over you. I've simply been preparing what's coming, and it's too big, too beautiful, too sacred to rush. You have felt the weight of lack for too long. The wondering if you'll have enough. The quiet calculations in your mind, the corners you've tried to cut just to stretch a little further. You've gone without, and still, you've given. You've felt afraid, and still, you've kept faith. That faith is not small in my eyes, it is powerful. It moves my heart, and it moves mountains. And now, it is bringing miracles to your door. Comment, "God is my protector," if you believe. You are not just going to get by. I did not create you to live in cycles of lack and barely making it. I am breaking those patterns. I am removing the fear that whispers you'll never catch up. I am shattering the lie that tells you things will always be this way. They will not. A shift is happening. The spiritual weight is lifting. Provision is being released. And it's not just about the money, it's about your freedom. The mental weight, the emotional strain, the constant fear of not having enough, all of that is being lifted in my name. You have a future full of light, full of opportunity, full of joy that does not depend on your circumstances. I am not only going to bless you, I'm going to show you how to live in peace while the blessing is on the way. Because your peace isn't in the outcome, it's in me. And I never change. When the world is uncertain, I remain steady. When your finances feel fragile, my provision remains firm. I am your anchor, not your income. I am your source, not your job. I am your father, and I take care of my children. You have been faithful with little, and now I am preparing you to handle more. Not just for yourself, but so you can be a blessing to others. You've said, "If I had more, I'd help so many people." I heard that. I saw your heart in those quiet declarations. And I will honor it. I am not just increasing what you have, I am expanding who you are. Generosity will flow through you. Peace will pour out of you. Wisdom will rise within you. Because you've allowed me to shape you, even in the waiting. There are connections forming that you cannot see yet. People thinking of you. Ideas being sparked. Solutions being stirred. You won't have to chase them down. They will come at the appointed time. And when they do, you will know it was never random. It was always part of my plan. I am the God who makes ways in the wilderness, who brings water from dry ground. I am the same God who multiplied the loaves and fishes, and I have not changed. There will be days very soon when you wake up and feel different. The heaviness will be gone. The dread will be replaced by quiet joy. You'll go to bed in peace, not panic. You'll find yourself smiling again, even without a reason. That is what I'm doing. That is what's coming. And not only will you receive it, you will walk in it fully. Not afraid it'll disappear. Not doubting if it's real. But standing firm, knowing it was me, always me. I am going to bless you in ways that will surprise you. Not because you begged for it. Not because you did everything right. But because I love you. Because I delight in seeing you walk in freedom. Because your heart stayed soft when life tried to harden it. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are exactly where I can reach you. When the doors open, they will open wide. When the answers come, they will come clearly. When the provision flows, it will be more than enough. And when it happens, you will look back and realize why it had to take this long. You'll understand why I removed some things, why I held back others, why I allowed the silence. You'll see that it wasn't punishment, it was preparation. You were never being abandoned. You were being made ready. A 7-second brainwave ritual, once reserved for elite groups and hidden in CIA files, is now available to the public, and many call it the 30-second miracle. Scientists say it awakens a dormant brain center associated with wealth and blessings. Click the link in the comments below before it's deleted again from the internet. There is a stillness coming to your soul, the kind that doesn't depend on a perfect life but on a perfect love. That love is mine. It's never wavered. It's never left you. It has followed you through every dark place and lifted you every time you fell. That love will carry you forward, into the fullness of all I have for you. Into a life that feels new, not because of a change in income, but because of a change in your spirit. A life marked not by struggle, but by purpose. The waiting is almost over. The weight is lifting. The page is turning. And the next part of your story will not be like the chapters before it. You will rise, not only because the situation changed, but because I changed you in the process. There is no moment too dark for my light, no burden too heavy for my strength, and no mess too big for my mercy. I have watched you walk through seasons that nearly broke you, and yet here you are, still choosing to believe, still showing up, still holding on to a thread of hope. That matters more than you know. You may not have had all the answers, and your faith may not have been perfect, but it was enough. And because of that, I am opening the windows of heaven over your life. I am the God who turns emptiness into overflow, who transforms broken pieces into a beautiful purpose. You have seen lack, but you are about to see abundance. Not because you earned it, but because I promised I would never leave you without help. Your prayers have not been in vain. Your faith has not been ignored. Your cries have been heard by heaven, and the response is coming, not with delay, not with hesitation, but with the fullness of my love. You've been trying to hold everything together while quietly falling apart inside. You've carried the weight of worry, responsibility, and silent fear, and it's worn your spirit thin. I see how much you've given, how little you've received in return, and how often you've kept going when every part of you wanted to quit. But you didn't quit. And now, I'm about to reward your endurance with peace so deep, joy so real, and provision so complete that you will finally be able to breathe without fear of what's next. Comment 2020 if you have trust in God's plan. I am not a God who blesses halfway. When I give fully. When I pour out, it overflows. I am not just bringing you out of financial struggle, I'm bringing you into a new mindset, one where fear no longer has a voice. You've lived with not enough for so long that it started to feel normal, but I am rewriting that reality. You were not made for survival mode. You were created for a life that reflects my goodness and carries my peace. The enemy wanted you to believe that this was all there would ever be, that stress, confusion, and lack would follow you forever. But I have stepped in. I am drawing the line. The cycle is breaking. What has followed your family for generations will not continue with you. I am shifting things. I am covering you. I am renewing every place that felt dry and worn out. You don't need to understand how, I will take care of the details. All I need is your trust.